Good morning, guys. Welcome to Ezekiel 25. That's what we're doing today. And you see that it's a proclamation against four different countries. You got the proclamation against Ammon, a proclamation against Moab, proclamation against Edom, proclamation against Philistia. And I think this one is important for us because, there's a big debate, especially between our current president and our former president, our former president was, he did not support Israel in any means. He tried to even separate their land. And now our current president is a friend of Israel. And this is a good chapter to see what happens to those who are against Israel and why it's so important for us to support them, even financially. That's something that begun to pray about is whether, maybe sending a ministry in Israel $25-50 a month or something like that. Because God says, "I will bless those who bless my people," and we're gonna see here in this chapter that He goes against those who are against His people, and this is also a cool message for us as we are His people, and what He does to those against His people. Doesn't matter how big you are, God's bigger, as we're going to see that. So, proclamation against Ammon. You see Rabbah. They mentioned down here in verse 5. He says, "And I will make Rabbah a stable for camels." Okay, let me see. Well, first off, Babylonians had a difficult time against camels. So you see, God is setting up something else here. But Rabbah was a great metropolis. Okay, this wasn't just a tiny little town. We think of all this stuff that of over in the Middle East in ancient times that maybe they were just tiny towns. No, Rabbah was actually a great metropolis. So here's God coming against this entire metropolis, which we would call, the greater New York City, a metropolis. Here's God coming against that entire region. Let's go down into the proclamation against Moab. And you see it says, and he says that he is going to go against the cities and the glory of the country. The first one he says is Beth Jeshimoth, which is a city of desolation, which probably got its name from a great war that it's fought. So, here it is. This is a tough city. And then it goes to Baal Meon. Baal Meon, which actually means the worship of Baal. So you understand why God would want to go against that. It doesn't worship him. Then you say Kirjathaim. This is a double city, much maybe like a metropolis. This is two huge cities together. So you can see how prideful they are. And here is God. In this one chapter, so far he's going against a metropolis. He's going against a city of desolation. He's going against a city that worships Baal. He's going against a double city here. Let's go down into the proclamation against Edomites. And he says, "And make it desolate from Taman to Dedan." So here he is in the land of Edom. He's going, Taman is in the deep south, where Dedan is in the upper northwest. He is saying, I am going to make that whole place desolate. He's just going to level it. Let's go down into the proclamation against Philistia. Verse 15, it says, "I'm going to destroy them because of their old hatred." Okay, this is just a continual hate for the people of Israel. Okay, and then it says, "I will stretch out my hand against the Philistines. I will cut off the Cherethites." Okay, now there's this old Hebrew saying, and I'll probably mispronounce, but an old Hebrew saying, it says, Hikrati Cherethim. Hikrati Cherethim, that actually means to slay the slayer. Okay, so here it is. These Philistines were slayers. The Cherethites, they were warriors. Okay, so here's God. He says, I'm going against the warriors. I'm going against the entire land. I'm going against the cities. I'm going against those who worship Baal. He's going against everybody who's going against him and his people. So I just thought that was pretty cool to go ahead and dig a little deeper into what these cities mean and what all of these, what they're named for and stuff like that, to see. God is, listen, he's a God bigger than anything. We can't find refuge in a city. God is bigger than that city. We can't find refuge in the ocean, okay? Deep in the ocean, God is there. God is everywhere, and he will come against those who go against his people. That includes me and you. We can either be one of his people, or we can come against his people and come against him. And oh, you know what? As I was praying this morning, I just led to, this is even before reading, I was led deeply to just thank him that he is Lord of my life, that he is leading me in the direction he wants me to go. And you know, I just had a wonderful moment just thanking him for a relationship with him. And it's you know, it's a wonderful thing to have that relationship, because there's too many people that don't, and they just go through life and they end up wasting it. I love you all. I hope you have a real super day.